This doesn't mean the transition to classical has been easy or that we've instantly achieved such a high and lofty vision. As with any change, and especially organizational change, we've had missteps. But even in a few short years, we've gone from a student life that was virtually non-existent to one that is bustling with vibrancy. Our kindergarten students go from not being able to read to being able to copy dictated sentences in just over one semester. We are starting pre-algebra in 7th grade to give students in high school more opportunity to pursue higher math, such as calculus and trigonometry. In all of this, we are using what's called a backwards curriculum design, beginning with objectives and fleshing out the details by going step by step in reverse. If calculus is the goal, or trigonometry is the goal, geometry and algebra must come before that. Then arithmetic must come before geometry and algebra. Likewise, if seniors are to write a senior thesis, they must write a research paper before that, and essays before that, and paragraphs before that, and sentences before that. We are guided by our portrait of the graduate, our mission statement, our vision of an academic community, and of course by content standards. You can see the practical outworking of all of this in our current curriculum map, which shows at each grade level what subject or what classes we teach. There are areas in which implementation must be staggered. We can't start Latina Christiana in 3rd grade before students have had Prima Latina in 2nd grade. But this is the direction we are going. These are the changes we are making, and this is the vision that guides each change. I want you to have full confidence in where we're going. I know talking about high and lofty ideals doesn't address cold hard facts. And the fact is that following COVID and a brief suspension of standardized testing requirements and 2 years of disruption to education, there was, and to some extent continues to be, a nationwide decline in test scores. And while our scores at Emmanuel did not fall as far as schools nationwide, they did fall farther than we would prefer. And we are in the process of addressing that. Classical Christian education doesn't aim at standardized test scores as the goal, but we do use regular standardized testing as a sort of benchmark. So let me give you some statistics. We are a member of the Association of Classical Christian Schools, ACCS for short. The average ACCS high school graduate scores 3 to 7 points above the national average on the ACT, 187 points above the SAT's College and Career Readiness benchmark, and nearly 200 points above the overall national average on the PSAT. Additionally, over 50% of ACCS graduates earn A's or mostly A's in college, outperforming every other type of education, including homeschooling and college preparatory education. And 88% of ACCS graduates earn a bachelor's degree or higher, again outpacing graduates of every other form of education, including college preparatory education. Let me emphasize that. Compared to schools that exist to prepare students for college, the ACCS does better at preparing students for college. I say all of this to assure you that whatever our present challenges, we are committed to achieving the best type of education possible and being the best school that we can be. We have a lot to look forward to. Our peers in the ACCS are the highest achieving schools in the country, and that is who we are benchmarking against and learning from. Our goal is ACCS accreditation, and I fully believe the closer we get to that, the greater the results we will see as a school, both academically and spiritually. Of course, we are still in the process of working up to the high standards that you see throughout the rest of the ACCS. And to achieve all of this, we need a more cohesive curriculum than we've had in the past. To that end, our goal is to adopt Memoria Press as our primary curriculum provider. This is a top-notch curriculum with a variety of supplements for teachers and a willingness to come on-site and train us. Kathy Duffy, the well-known curriculum reviewer, ranks Memoria as one of her top picks. Our Memoria Press rep visited Emmanuel twice this year, and may visit a third time before the end of the year, which just goes to show their dedication to working with schools who are implementing their curriculum. This curriculum also helps us establish a clear and definable set of academic standards against which to measure our performance. As a faculty, we've begun a process of curriculum mapping to work out implementation, necessary adaptations, and any areas we may use something else. For example, we really like our Story of the World history books and are not likely to change them. That brings us to staffing. As we continue to grow, we expect to split 1st and 2nd grade next year, and 5th and 6th grade next year. Ms. Stutler expressed her preference to keep 1st grade, and Mrs. Gower plans to keep 5th grade. We've interviewed a potential 6th grade teacher and made a provisional offer of employment, which she is considering now. She has teaching experience in an ACCS school and previous education certifications in reading and ELA, English Language Arts. We are still searching for a potential 2nd grade teacher and hope to hire a part-time science and math teacher. Unfortunately, we also need to find an office assistant to help Mrs. Brown next year. Mrs. Bayless lives in Doddridge County and has sacrificed too much time with family to return. But she has done a great deal in helping us organize our school office, and her work will benefit us for years to come. Additionally, Mr. Rohrbacher has the opportunity to work full-time at his church in Fairmont. That has been a goal for him, and we are thankful God has provided the means for him to do that. Unfortunately, that means he will not be returning in his current role next year. We are working through what we will do with that, but he was instrumental in helping build a foundation and development we did not previously have, and we are thankful for his work. We are still in the early phases of staff planning for 2024-2025, but any other updates will be shared as they occur. That brings us to our building. You know that last year we made a serious run at acquiring the old Adamston Elementary, but our effort fell short. For the upcoming year, there will be some changes to our current building pending final approval. 2nd grade will meet in the current eKids room next year, and 6th grade will take over the library activity room on the 1st floor. We are planning to finally move our expanded library to the conference room office area on the 2nd floor. Our teacher resource room will move to the current library and function as a teacher lounge. My office will move to the current teacher resource room in the back of the hall on the 1st floor. And the school office will expand into my office. Additionally, Emmanuel Baptist Church voted to continue work on the Emmanuel Commons project, that is our cafeteria, and install a snack bar, cabinets, a sink, a small area in the back corner so that we can facilitate our snack shop, Eagle's Nest, all of that right from within the lunchroom itself. These changes are necessary in accommodating our projected growth. Long term, we do still need a larger building. We need a gym, a proper kitchen cafeteria, and a science lab. We are actively looking into potential options and proactively pursuing opportunities. With a potential wave of school consolidations, buildings suited to our needs may open up, and we are monitoring that closely. We pray for God's provision, and should a concrete opportunity arise, we will need help. At present, we expect to hear more about the final approval for the school consolidation plan probably around May. But of course, much of this is still tentative. In conclusion, Emmanuel Christian School has weathered many challenges over its 52-year history. I have no doubt we will continue to face challenges. In the face of every challenge, we are reminded of the grace and mercy of God. We also know that our best days are not done. As the vision of classical Christian education becomes a more concrete reality, and we move closer to accreditation, we will set the standard of academic excellence, Christian commitment, and spiritual vitality. It is a great work, and one that promises great reward on both sides of eternity. Like any great work, it entails great challenges, but challenges that are worth surmounting for the value that we see on the other side. Thank you for your time. Go Eagles, and God bless.